Hello, everyone, and good evening to you all. My name is Felton Parker. Today is Thursday, July 3rd, 2025. As always, each day is a wonderful day to be blessed by our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. And I sincerely hope you folks had a truly blessed and wonderful Thursday. What I have for you guys in tonight's video is the list of all the National Day holidays from my National Day calendar segment. That includes my featured National Day holiday. Also tonight, right after my National Day calendar segment, I will have my famous birthday segment for you all, where it features our famous people who were born on this day prior to the 4th of July. Good evening to you, Brittany. How are you doing on this Thursday night, and how was your day today? And also tonight, in my weather segment, I will let you all know exactly what we're expecting tomorrow for your Independence Day, which is the 4th of July, which is tomorrow, for your Independence Day. Will we have storms, or will we have plenty of heat and humidity? I will let you know what we're expecting tomorrow for your 4th of July. Also throughout the upcoming weekend, and also through much of next week. So without further ado, let's get things started here on this Thursday night, Independence Day Eve, on this night before the 4th, as we conclude yet another day, and also another week for most of us. And yes, Brittany, by the way, I did go get my strawberry shortcake today from Crumble, like I promised. I ate most of it. It was so good. I did go get my strawberry shortcake from Crumble earlier today. It was so good. I ate most of it. They make the best. So I kept my promise. So I just wanted to go in and get it right before the 4th. So now again, let's get things started here on this night before the 4th. Of course, today on this Thursday, July 3rd, today was National Fried Clam Day. Any of you ever eat clams? So on this day, National Fried Clam Day honors an iconic food in the New England states. Here's a history about what fried clam. Here's a quick history about what fried clams while snacking on a few hours sales. Hashtag National Fried Clam Day. Seaside clam snacks or roadside restaurants serve these delectable nuggets and tend to be the primary source for anyone seeking them. The clams are dipped in milk and coated with a combination of regular corn or pastry flour. Then the coated clams are fried in oil. They can be clam strips, which are sliced parts of hard shell clams, or whole soft shell clams. Whole soft shell clams impart a fuller flavor. However, some restaurants remove the clam's neck. On July 3rd, 1916, that would be 109 years ago, in 1914, Lawrence Henry Chubby Whitman and his wife Bessie opened a small concession stand. In 1914, Lawrence Henry Chubby Whitman and his wife Bessie opened a small concession stand on Main Street in Essex, Massachusetts. On weekends, they sold small grocery items, homemade potato chips, and fresh clams that Chubby dug himself. At first, the business was slow, but on July 3rd, 1916, exactly 109 years ago to this day, things began to change. On that day, Chubby complained to a local fisherman named Tar who was visiting the stand. Quote, "Business is slower than a couple of snails headed uphill," end quote. Tar, while nibbling on the tasty homemade potato chips, noticed a bucket of clams nearby and jokingly said, quote, "Why don't you fry up some of your clams? If they're as tasty as potato chips of yours, you'll never have to worry about having enough customers," end quote. Fried clams were unheard of, and 2 other customers rewarded Tar's comment with cold stares. Quote, "That's ridiculous," end quote, said one. The other remarked, quote, "Clams have shells," end quote. The poor fisherman muttered, quote, "I wasn't serious. It was a joke. I know you can't fry clams like chips," end quote. However, when the 3 men left, Chubby and Bessie started to think about it. What if they did fry up some of the clams and sold them? If they tasted good, they would have created a way to increase the demand for their own shucked clams. Quote, "Let's try it," end quote. Bessie said as she tossed a slab of lard into the fried pot usually used to make potato chips. They shucked some clams and experiment with different batters, having some locals to try them out. While the overall verdict was delicious, they knew they were onto something big. The next day, during the 4th of July parade, Chubby and Bessie presented the first fried clams to the citizens of Essex. The Yankee appetite has never been quite the same. The Yankee appetite has never been the same since. A year later, a Boston fish market advertised, quote, now equipped to serve that new tasty treat, fried clams, end quote. And Howard Johnson, owner of a chain of restaurants on the East Coast, came himself to learn how to make fried clams from Chubby. On the backside of their wedding certificate, Lawrence and Bessie wrote what they considered to be important family events. The first two lines were the birthdays of their two oldest sons, Wilbur and Henry. The third line was the other important birthday in the family. It read, quote, we fried the first fried clam in the town of Essex on July 3rd, 1916, end quote. Now over 100 years and 6 generations later, clams are still frying at Woodman's where it all began. Go out for dinner with friends. Hope you spent this day before the 4th by heading out to lunch or dinner with family and some friends and having some clams. Try your hand in making your own fried clams and share them with family and friends. Woodman's of Essex submitted National Fried Clam Day in May of 2015. The Register at National Day Calendar declared National Fried Clam Day to be observed each year on this day, July 3rd. So you'll find them in most seafood restaurants. Not only was today National Fried Clam Day, today also was National Chocolate Wafer Day, National Eat Your Beans Day. I know most of you will be eating your beans tomorrow with your whatever meat you put on the grill for the 4th, whether it's hamburgers, hot dogs, steaks, chicken, or ribs, or pork chops. Also today was National Compliment Your Mural Day. Now here are some of our famous birthdays. My famous birthday segment here on this Independence Day, on this day before Independence Day, from today, Thursday, July 3rd. Today, movie actor Tom Cruise turned 63. TV actress Sarah Weisglass turns 27. R&B singer Party Next Door turns 32. TV actress Andrea Barber turns 49. TV actor Jason Genao turns 29. TV actress Olivia Munn turns 45. TV actress Maya McKenna Bruce turns 28. Race car driver Sebastian Vettel turns 38. Movie actor Patrick Wilson turns 52. TV actor Thomas Gibson turns 63. Pop singer Elle King turns 36. Country singer Mike Ryan turns 37. Movie actor Benedict Wong turns 54. Movie actress Connie Nielsen turns 60. Stage actress Audra McDonald turns 55. TV actor Kurtwood Smith turns 82. Country singer Johnny Lee turns 79. Those are following famous people who have celebrated their birthdays earlier today on this Thursday, July 3rd. And of course, I know many of you will be having some plans tomorrow, but ultimately, now I'll explain why at least some of you I'll explain why some of you may have to while some of those plans may have to be put on hold. I'll explain why in just a few minutes. But have you noticed earlier today? Especially during this afternoon, we did have our fair share of heavy rain. We've experienced heavy downpours earlier this afternoon, and we've had quite a big rumbles of thunder. Of course, there have been a few isolated power outages as well as a result of this afternoon storms caused by caused by strong winds and heavy rainfall. It wasn't a major severe weather event. It was more of a flash flooding event. We had a flood advisory. In fact, we were under a couple of flash flood warnings earlier. This is like taking place earlier today during the late afternoon, early evening hours. So it was more than just a straight afternoon thunder shower. In fact, Shreveport has received already at least over an inch of rain earlier today. So praying, hopefully, that everyone has made it safe and sound in the wake of this afternoon storms that has affected the area. So it turned out to be. So earlier today, before the storms came, it was a rather hot and humid day for us, despite lots of clouds being around. And I'm about to let you guys know what your 4th of July is looking like. Again, I asked myself this question at the beginning of this video: Will we see now? Are we going to have a sunny, hot, and dry Independence Day, or will we have another round of heavy rain and storms that may impact your 4th of July? Now, some of those plans may be impacted. Some of those plans may be put on hold. You can never tell. So again, we have that warm, humid air mass in place. So, and I'll explain why there's been, and I'll let you guys know whether or not will there be a chance of storms going into your 4th of July holiday. So thunderstorms will diminish during this evening, which they have been for the most part. Thunderstorms will continue diminishing this evening, leaving overnight lows in the low to mid 70s. Another push of rain will return to the region before sunrise tomorrow morning. So of course we've had our so rain chances will remain low, but widespread chances for showers. So we have experienced widespread showers and storms that affect the area earlier today. Those scattered afternoon storms. Now here's what your 4th of July is looking like. So the news may not be all that good. It may not be all that good or bad. So here's an updated look at your Independence Day forecast. It still looks like it's going to be. Here's an updated look at your Independence Day forecast. It still looks like it's going to be hot. However, trends have cooled us down some compared to previous runs, and also adding in some low-end chances for thunderstorms. While things are trending cooler, it is still going to be hot, with heat index values reaching or exceeding the triple digits. So in that case, you want to be real cautious if you're going to be out and about. Take frequent breaks and make sure you're drinking plenty of water just to stay hydrated. Precipitation chances have increased. Precipitation chances have increased some for Friday morning and early afternoon, but they remain on the lower end. Be sure to limit outdoor activity, stay hydrated, and seek air-conditioned environments to prevent any heat-related illnesses. So remember to use extreme caution if you must spend time outdoors during the day tomorrow. If you're going to be out attending any festivities, use extreme caution. Also, don't forget that umbrella, because I did went on and included rain chance in the forecast for your 4th of July, but it shouldn't. And I'll let you guys know. Now here are your averages and records for this Thursday, July 3rd. 93 is the normal high, 73 is the normal low, 103 is the record high set on this day back in 1969, 61 is the record low set on this day back in 1924. Excuse me. So earlier this afternoon, when we saw the storms that came through, the heavy rainfall and storms that came down, we were actually under a flash flood warning earlier during the afternoon, a flood advisory and a flood warning, but both of those have since expired. So we are clear from any advisories, watches, or warnings. And of course, this is some of the rain. This is some of this afternoon sea breeze activity. These showers and storms flaring up, including a small shower in some portions of southeast Oklahoma. A few showers that are affecting portions of deep East Texas, portions of East Texas, as well as deep East Texas. as well as the portions in central, in portions of, this is like the Natchez area, none towards Alexandria, and portions of central Louisiana. And this is what you're finding with the few showers impacting portions of central Texas, as well as central Texas and south central Texas, affecting portions of, I want to say, portions of deep east Texas, and along portions of the, is this the northeast portions of the Houston area, which is in southeast Texas here on this Thursday night. And also a few showers impacted. The heaviest of the rain is actually being situated in portions of central Texas. And that's where some of our rain is coming from. Also, we're seeing showers affecting portions of central and south Louisiana. I want to say that's around towards the Lafayette area in central Louisiana. So that's all the rains. That's all the only rain we're finding here, mainly across Texas and Louisiana here on this Thursday night. But we did have ourselves a totally and entirely active afternoon. So prior to the heavy rain event that affected the area earlier today, we despite having lots of clouds around during the day, and also turned out to be overly humid, with the heat index for the first time this week did surpass 105. So the actual high temperature in Shreveport earlier today was 97 degrees. That makes it that now makes it the warmest temperature we've seen so far this year. Now the hottest temperature we've seen so far this summer, and also that makes today the warmest temperature we've seen so far in all of 2025. Prior to the storms that came through today, the actual high temperature here in Shreveport earlier today was 97 degrees. Also turned out to be the warmest day we've had here in Shreveport since October 13th of last year. I was prior to the storms in Shreveport has received, I'm going to say, I know Shreveport received well over an inch, so we ought to be, so with this heavy rains affecting us in the early part of the evening, we ought to be closing in on at least 2 inches. Some reports of the area got more than like as much as 3 to 4 inches. So we received quite a bit of rain. We experienced probably heavy downpours. I wonder how much are we going to expect the same going into your 4th of July holiday. Now here's how things are looking outside here on this Thursday night. Temperature outside here on this Thursday night is 77 degrees with mostly cloudy skies. Humidity is 83%. Dew point is 72 degrees. We have the east wind at 5 miles per hour. Barometric pressure at 30.01 inches of mercury, and visibility is at 10 miles per hour. So fortunately for the moment, things have since quieted down. Things have since quieted down after a very active and busy afternoon dealing with a number of severe thunderstorm warnings as well as flash flood. But actually, storms were not too severe, but with the straight line winds did cause like loud thunder. So we've experienced quite a bit of storms, and I wonder will your Independence Day be a repeat of what we compared to what we saw earlier today? Above normal temperatures, strong thunderstorms, tropical development being monitored. Well above normal temperatures or forecast a shift from the northern. Well above normal temperatures, strong thunderstorms, tropical development being mentioned. Above normal temperatures, strong thunderstorms, tropical development being monitored. Well above normal temperatures or forecast a shift from the northern plains through the northeast U.S. over the long holiday weekend. A few strong to severe thunderstorms will be possible as well, along with the potential for excessive rainfall. A tropical or subtropical depression could form off the southeast U.S. coast over the weekend while drifting northward to northeastward. So I will be monitoring to see. Now, of course, we are still monitoring to see what is happening in the water in the waters of the Atlantic in the Gulf. So as we are into the second month of this year's hurricane season. While we currently actually do not have a named storm So as of right now, we do not have anything active in the tropics right now. So far we've seen 2 named storms this season, and fortunately we do not have anything active in the tropics right now. So everyone's 4th of July plans should not be dampened by any tropical activity, but do pay attention and be prepared in case the news unfolds about it in incoming hurricanes. So we're just days away from doing the 1-year anniversary of a major hurricane that has affected portions of Texas and Louisiana, which brought our rainfall. So tonight it will be mainly cloudy, warm, humid with a few showers and thunderstorms expected. Low temperature 75 degrees. That's still warmer than average for a low temperature because we still had a quite humid air mass. Low temperature tonight 75 degrees with an east wind at 5 miles per hour, chance of rain 60%. Now tomorrow, going to your Independence Day, your 4th of July, it will be partly cloudy and humid. So temperatures actually will be just slightly below normal. So we're expecting temperatures not to be as hot as it was today. So temperature expected to be. So we made the 97 today. We won't see that tomorrow because I'd say we have lots of clouds, which will keep our daytime highs in check mostly. It will be humid with partly cloudy skies tomorrow for your 4th of July. Expect a few spotty thunderstorms tomorrow afternoon. And remember to stay hydrated for Independence Day celebrations. High temperature 92 degrees. The feels like temperature 106. We'll have a south wind at 6 miles per hour. Have a 40% chance of rain for your Independence Day. Now, tomorrow night, expect mostly clear skies. And it will be conditions. So we should begin drying out tomorrow evening and tomorrow night for fireworks. So if you're planning on watching fireworks out anywhere, whether it's downtown Shreveport on the Louisiana Boardwalk, or anywhere around the area, you expect mostly clear skies tomorrow night. Low temperature 74 degrees. We have a south wind at 4 miles per hour. Chance for that just more than 10%. So things should be improving by the time the main festivities start. So we should see conditions improving. Now, of course, we could be dealing with a few storms overnight. Expect storms to occur around 3 a.m. early tomorrow morning. Around 6 a.m. tomorrow morning for heading to your Independence Day. With mostly cloudy skies, we should be at 78 degrees. With another round of storms expected around 7 a.m. tomorrow. 9 a.m. tomorrow with mostly sunny skies, we should be at 84 degrees. Noon tomorrow with mostly sunny skies, we should be at 87 degrees. With the feels like temperature 104. You know it's going to be humid. 3 p.m. tomorrow afternoon, expect another round of storms. With a temperature of 85 degrees. With the feels like temperature 100. So that means that for the most part, we'll mostly be in the 80s. That would be nice. 6 p.m. tomorrow evening with mostly sunny skies, we should be at 90 degrees. Then we should see conditions improving, and of course during this place. Now here's what your evening plan is looking like for your 4th of July celebrations tomorrow night, especially if you're going to be watching the fireworks. 7 p.m. tomorrow evening with mostly sunny skies, we should be at 89 degrees. 8 p.m. tomorrow evening with partly cloudy skies, we should be at 87 degrees. 9 p.m. tomorrow night with partly cloudy skies, we should be at 84 degrees. And by the time the festivities around 10 p.m. tomorrow night, with clear skies, we should be at 82 degrees. So one thing about tomorrow, it will be humid. It will be humid, but the cloud cover should help hold our temperatures basically close to not far from almost where they should be this time of year. So your 4th of July should looks like other than the small chance of storms that's in the forecast, I'm just praying that your 4th of July turns out safe. Now here's what the next 7 and 10 days have in store for us. We'll have less than 5. So after low temperature night, 75 degrees, have another warm start to the day tomorrow, but not quite as warm as what we saw this morning. That's what led up to the round of heavy rain. So now tomorrow, for your 4th of July, for your Independence Day, for tomorrow, it will be humid with partly cloudy skies. We'll be dealing with a few afternoon thunderstorms, spotty afternoon thunderstorms, with the high of 92, low of 74, with the feels like temperature 106. We have a south wind at 6 miles per hour, chance of rain 30%. Now Saturday, of course, is looking we'll catch a break on Saturday. It will be partly cloudy and hot Use extreme caution if you have to be outside for an extended period of time for your Saturday. High of 96, low of 75. Feels like temperature 109. Have a south-southeast wind at 6 miles per hour. No rain is expected. Sunday, expect partly cloudy skies with a few thunderstorms, mostly in the afternoon. Another chance of those spotty afternoon thunderstorms. You know, the typical hit or miss activity we deal with for this time of year. High of 95, low of 76. Feels like temperature 109. Winds will be from the west-southwest at 6 miles per hour. Chance of rain 20%. Monday, expect partly cloudy skies with at least a slight chance of a shower, thunderstorm or two. So expect partly cloudy skies for your Monday. High of 94, low of 77. Feels like temperature 109. We have a west wind at 6 miles per hour. Chance of rain 10%. Tuesday, expect mostly sunny skies with at least a slight chance of a shower, thunderstorm or two for your Tuesday. High of 95, low of 76. Feels like temperature 109. Have a southwest wind at 6 miles per hour. Chance of rain 20%. Wednesday is looking hot. It was looking sunny and quite hot. High of 97, low of 77. Feels like temperature 110. We have a west-southwest wind at 8 miles per hour. No rain is expected. Then by Thursday, expect mostly sunny skies with at least a slight chance of a shower, thunderstorm or two possible. Another chance of showers and storms possible. For your Thursday, high of 99, low of 78. Feels like temperature 109. We have a west-southwest wind at 9 miles per hour. Chance of rain 30%. Looks like towards the end of next week, we'll have highs in the mid to upper 90s with at least low-end rain chances remaining. So like I said, it won't be a complete total washout on the days we're expecting rain. Just a typical hit or miss activity that we're going to be experiencing. Again, our high temperatures will mostly be in the low 90s for tomorrow for your Independence Day. Then we'll be in the mid 90s, mid to upper 90s beginning Saturday all the way through late next week. Then you expect highs to reach the upper 90s by next Thursday. So, and if that were to happen, it would be the first time we see temperatures reaching the upper 90s. Our high today was 97. So because for your 4th of July, we'll only have a high in the low 90s because of cloud cover. Now, it feels like temperatures will be anywhere between 106 and 110. So take it easy if you plan on being out and about. Rain chances 30% tomorrow for your 4th of July. No rain expected for Saturday. Only a 20% chance for Sunday. 10% Monday. 20% chance for Tuesday. No rain expected for Wednesday. And 30% chance for Thursday. That will be all that I have for you guys here on this Thursday night. Once again, my name is Felton Parker. I'm officially signing off here. You guys have a good night. Sleep peacefully. Take care of yourselves and each other. Most of all, remain blessed and stay safe. Thank you.